Listen closely because you'll be shocked to hear this. So get the children and pregnant women out of the room, please. Let me tell you the ugly truth right off the bat. If you are watching this and still don't have your own money-making iPhone or iPad app empire, you missed the train, pal. Yep, you heard me right. Sounds harsh, I know, but someone needs to tell you the blatant truth already. So face it, you missed the gold rush. With 6 billion app downloads from the App Store and over 750,000 approved apps, what are the chances your small little app will get noticed now in this ocean of competitor sharks? Yep, you will be eaten alive, and all your hard work on creating the app will be wasted, as it is nearly next to impossible to reach the top 100 now, occupied by giants like Gameloft, Electronic Arts, and Capcom. Do you really think you are going to compete with Disney? With Angry Birds? Chances are you are not going to win this war, pal. So stop! Stop fighting the windmills with a portable fan, pal! Stop wasting your resources! Stop reading these stories about how a small guy spent only 50 grand and got on 97th place in the top 100 for 3 days. You are not gonna make it. But here comes the newsflash. You still have a chance to make money with mobile apps and games. You are just looking in the wrong direction. While the whole world is still crazy on apps and iPhone, the new, suddenly emerging giant market is left untapped. According to Forbes, over the past quarter, of the mobile devices sold, 64.1% are powered by Google's Android, and only 18.8% are operated by Apple's iOS. That's right, you are fighting all those app sharks for less than 20% of the market share, while missing the obvious 64% of the untapped market. On the App Store, you are competing for a few expensive gadgets, only 3 types of iPhones and 3 types of iPads, while on Android, you can have thousands of supported phones from all price ranges, affordable even to small guys. According to the latest stats, Android works on 3,997 distinct devices spanning almost 600 brands. This is where the real market is. But that's not all. Google Android app developers earned $125 million in mobile display ads, while iPhone guys earned less than 90 last year. Google is all about PPC and advertising. That's where the biggest revenues come. You don't really have to sell your app. It can be free to download and still bring thousands. Still not convinced? Are you paying an extra $97 per year for Xcode development tools for the App Store? Forget it. It's free on Google, called Eclipse. Are you struggling with approval for your app? Waiting for weeks in pain and fear? Do you realize that you can spend thousands and still get your app denied by some crazy moderators? Forget it. There's no approval bar in Android Market. Get your app published in less than an hour. Are you struggling with copyrights and licensing? It all stays in the past. Let the big companies waste millions on patent wars. Google Android is an open source environment. Android source codes are open to the developers. So, how could you succeed with this untapped market before it is too late? The answer is to build your own Android empire. Sounds too bold? Okay, let's start with Android House then. You have to start now before you miss the gold rush again. Opportunities like this come once in a lifetime. Today, you have a chance to get a hold of the fully practical crash course called App Dev Empire for Android. No filler, no long introductions. I value your time, and I know better than anyone that you have to start now. This is not a theoretical course where they discuss the advantages of Android. This is a full A to Z fast start course where I take you by the hand and develop a fully working game with you. Let's get through it quickly together. In Lesson 1, we'll download and install the development environment together. I will show you how to get around fast, the tools you really need to start fast. It's very easy, even if you don't have any programming skills at all. These are actual video tutorials where you will be looking over my shoulder and duplicating my process. Next, we'll get into creating your first project. You discover how to create a user interface for your first game. We will be creating your own scroll shooter genre game, just like iCopter, Jetpack Joyride, or R-Type popular games. A simple-to-create game that still shows all the types of development you would need to create other games. On the next step, you will discover how to create the core of the game, how to connect actions in the game, and how to add a scrolling background. In the next lesson, we'll create the main player, teach him how to behave in the game and use the player's controls, how to avoid obstacles. We'll also add some cool animations, such as explosions. Next, we explain how to check the interactions with the objects and teach our player to avoid the obstacles, adding more cool animations along the way. Next, we'll add game bonuses to keep the player motivated. Finally, we'll set the conditions of game victory and defeat and add some cool music and visuals. In the final video tutorial, we'll show you how to export the finished game into the Android marketplace called Google Play, submit, and start making sales. In conclusion, you will have a full plug-and-play solution that you can be selling in the marketplace right away. And remember, there is no approval or risk that your game will be declined. That's the beauty of developing for Android. This is already a hell of a lot of value for you, but it gets even better. Creating a game is just part of the story. Making money by selling it is where the best value is. That's why I will not leave you stranded wondering where to get traffic, and we'll address this question in the final part of the course called The Top 9 Ways of Monetizing Your App or Game and the Top 7 Traffic Sources that will help you drive traffic and market your creation. And the best part, it is a fully multimedia self-updating course. It means once you join in, you are in for life. This includes all the future updates that will be provided for free for you. There are no DVDs to be shipped or any other delays. You will get instant access to the member area where I collected all the necessary resources and lessons for you, including the video tutorials. Remember, this is a crash course. No filler, no water. Forget wasting weeks and weeks on learning things you'll never need. Only the information you really need to get started fast, without requiring any prior programming skills whatsoever. So, let me ask you this. Are you ready to take the journey to profits and build your own Android empire with me? Let's get started. It's time for you to take action. Click on the big Add to Cart button and I will see you inside. Remember, you already missed the gold rush with iPhone apps, and you don't want to miss the next big thing. Like they say, the early bird gets the worm. Hurry up before the opportunity is gone. Thank you for watching, and I will see you inside.